Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's on a lot of people's minds: getting rich. Now, becoming wealthy isn't just about what you do, it's also, and perhaps more importantly, about what you don't do. So many people have the right intentions, but unknowingly sabotage their own financial futures with a few key mistakes. That's why today, we're going to break down the 7 crucial things you absolutely must avoid if you want to build serious wealth. Stick around, because avoiding even one of these could be the game changer you've been looking for. Let's start with the most fundamental mistake of all: spending more than you earn. It sounds so simple, right? But you'd be surprised how many people live this way. They get their paycheck, and it's gone before the next one even arrives. This is what we call living in a negative cash flow state. You're constantly playing catch-up, using future income to pay for past expenses. This creates a cycle of stress and debt that makes it impossible to get ahead. Think of your income as the fuel for your financial engine. If you're burning more fuel than you're putting in, you're eventually going to stall. The first step to wealth is ensuring you have a surplus at the end of every month, no matter how small. It's this surplus, this gap between your income and your expenses, that becomes the seed money for your entire financial future. So, take a hard look at your bank statements. Where is the money going? Is every expense truly necessary? Getting this one habit right is the foundation upon which all wealth is built. That brings us directly to our second point: accumulating bad debt. Not all debt is created equal. There's good debt, which is money you borrow to acquire an asset that will likely increase in value or generate income, like a mortgage on a sensible home or a loan for a business. But bad debt is the real wealth killer. This is the high-interest debt you take on for things that lose value, like credit card debt for luxury items, personal loans for vacations, or financing a fancy car you can't truly afford. Bad debt is like a financial parasite. It latches onto your income and slowly drains it away through interest payments. A 20% interest rate on a credit card can double what you owe in just a few years. It traps you. Instead of using your money to build assets, you're just paying for the privilege of having bought something in the past. If you want to be rich, you need to be allergic to bad debt. Make it your absolute mission to pay it off as aggressively as possible, and then vow to never let it creep back into your life. Your future self will thank you for it. Now, how do you avoid spending too much and accumulating bad debt? This leads us to point number 3, not having a budget. I know the word budget can sound restrictive and boring. People think it's about depriving yourself of everything you enjoy, but that's a total misconception. A budget isn't a financial prison, it's a financial plan. It's you telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Without a budget, you're flying blind, making financial decisions based on feelings and guesswork. A budget gives you clarity and control, shows you exactly how much is coming in and exactly where it's going out. This allows you to consciously decide what's important to you. Maybe you realize you're re-spending hundreds of dollars a month on things you daren't even care about. A budget helps you redirect that money towards what truly matters: paying off debt, saving, and investing. There are tons of apps and simple spreadsheet templates that make budgeting easy. It's not about cutting out lattes. It's about being intentional. It's the tool that turns your financial goals from a vague dream into an actionable roadmap. So you've got a budget, you're spending less than you earn, and you're avoiding bad debt. You've started to build up some savings. What's next? This is where many people make another huge mistake, which is our fourth point: not investing your money. Leaving your hard-earned savings sitting in a standard bank account is one of the quietest ways to lose money. Why? Inflation. Every year, the cost of goods and services goes up, which means the purchasing power of your cash goes down. If your money is just sitting there, it's effectively shrinking. Investing, on the other hand, is how you put your money to work. It's how you make your money have babies. Through the power of compound interest, your investments can grow exponentially over time. The money you invest earns returns, and then those returns start earning their own returns. It's a snowball effect. People are often scared of investing because they think it's complicated or risky, like gambling in a casino, but it doesn't have to be. You can start small with low-cost index funds or ETFs that track the overall market. The key is to start early and be consistent. Letting your money sit idle is a guaranteed way to fall behind. Investing it is your ticket to outpacing inflation and building real, lasting wealth. Now, while investing is crucial, this brings us to a dangerous trap. Our fifth point to avoid: trying to get rich quick. We're all bombarded with ads and stories about people who made a fortune overnight in crypto, meme stocks, or some other speculative venture. It's tempting to think you can do the same. But here's the hard truth. For every one person who gets lucky, there are thousands who lose their shirts. Trying to get rich quick is not a strategy, it's gambling. True, sustainable wealth is built slowly and deliberately. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It comes from consistent saving, smart investing over the long term, and making sound financial decisions day after day, year after year. Chasing fast money often leads to taking on huge risks, falling for scams, and making emotional decisions that wipe you out. Warren Buffett famously said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Don't be the impatient one. Embrace the slow and steady path. It might not be as glamorous, but it's the one that actually works." Build your wealth on a solid foundation, not on a lottery ticket. Okay, so how do you know what a smart investment is? How do you create a budget that works? This leads us straight to our sixth critical point: neglecting your financial education. Think about it. We spend years in school learning about history, science, and literature, but for most of us, we learn next to nothing about personal finance. We're expected to just figure out taxes, mortgages, investing, and retirement on our own. This lack of knowledge is incredibly costly. It leads to all the mistakes we've been talking about. If you want to be rich, you must take responsibility for your own financial education. You are the CEO of your own life, and you need to understand the numbers. The good news is, it's never been easier to learn. There are countless amazing books, podcasts, YouTube channels, and blogs dedicated to personal finance. Read books like The Psychology of Money or The Simple Path to Wealth. Listen to podcasts while you're driving. Commit to learning a little bit every single day. The more you learn about money, the more confident you'll become in your decisions. The faster you'll be able to spot opportunities and avoid pitfalls. Your financial literacy is one of the greatest assets you will ever have. Don't neglect it. Finally, we arrive at our seventh and final point to avoid: not having clear financial goals. If you don't know where you're going, how will you ever get there? Saying "I want to be rich" is not a goal, it's a wish. It's too vague. You need to be specific. What does rich mean to you? Is it having a net worth of $1 million? Is it having an investment portfolio that generates $5,000 a month in passive income? Is it being able to retire by age 50? Clear, specific, and measurable goals are incredibly powerful. They give you a target to aim for, provide the motivation to stick to your budget when you want to splurge, to keep investing when the market is down, and to continue learning when you feel overwhelmed. Write your goals down. Make them visible. Break them down into smaller, manageable steps. For example, if your goal is to save $20,000 for a down payment in 2 years, that breaks down to saving about $833 per month. Now you have a concrete action plan. Without clear goals, your financial efforts will be scattered and ineffective. With them, you have a purpose and a direction that will guide every financial decision you make. So there you have it, the 7 things you absolutely must avoid if you want to become rich. Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, stop spending more than you earn. Number 2, run away from bad debt. Number 3, create a budget and tell your money where to go. Number 4, put your money to work by investing it. Number 5, avoid the temptation of get-rich-quick schemes. Number 6, continuously invest in your financial education. And number 7, set clear, specific financial goals. Avoiding these pitfalls is the secret sauce. Building wealth is less about finding some magic trick and more about cultivating good habits and consistently avoiding bad ones. It requires discipline, patience, and a willingness to learn. But the freedom and security that come with financial independence are worth every bit of the effort. Start today. Pick one of these areas to work on and take the first step. You have the power to change your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this valuable. If you did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content to help you on your financial journey. Let me know in the comments which of these 7 points you're going to focus on first. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.